There are many gifts in the world that you can give, and everybody has different tastes and interests and lifestyles, and some people can't even accept gifts very well, like myself. But today's episode, I want to share a gift that I think is the greatest gift to give ever. So I heard about this idea maybe about a decade ago, and it has found its way into certain communities that choose to use it for less than honorable reasons and methods, but it's still a solid idea if you use it in the appropriate way. So what is the best gift you can give? Well, to me, the greatest gift you can give is the gift of missing you. I know this sounds kind of crazy and a little egotistical and all that, but I think that it's important to look at it from a positive and honorable standpoint, and you can actually use this as a gift to someone else that has nothing to do with you, or very little at least. So how do you do this? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. You basically create these situations in your life when you're busy, or maybe you're just not totally obsessed with somebody, whatever, and you have these environments where there's an opportunity to miss you. And this is basically the whole technique. You give the people an opportunity to think about you and to wish you were there. So the first thing you want to do is create some sort of a distance. Any kind of a way that you can be out of touch. Say you pretend you have a weak signal, or you go where there is a weak signal. Set up some meetings so you're busy all day. Actually be distant from the people that you want to give this gift to. Now the next step is kind of a continuation, which is basically when you are away, do something that's actually interesting, something that you can tell a story about. Whether you go on for a hike, you go to a movie that they didn't want to see, you do something that maybe they wouldn't care that you didn't invite them to go do, such like, hobby thing or any kind of investment that they're quite not interested in themselves, but is an interesting thing. And you get to tell them about it and report in a story form. Anything like that really goes a long way. So next thing you can do is when you come back to return to them with the excitement that you wanted them to give to you. So you get to actually miss them as well. So you're giving yourself that little gift. See how you respond. Are you running up and giving them a giant hug and screaming, telling them you can't wait to tell them the story, so on like that? You got to think about it from their perspective, but you're actually missing them as well. So it's kind of a win-win. So the fourth thing you can do when you come back is basically recognize that when you come back, you have broken a routine by leaving. Because of this, you get to spark some little bit of interest because you took off. You can come back and say, hey, let's go get dinner. Hey, let's go to a movie. Let's go bowling, whatever. Some kind of a new interesting thing that otherwise wouldn't occur if you were in the middle of a routine and basic lifestyle. You get to do something really fresh, and it really works to just kick a little bit of life into a relationship. The fifth thing about this method is that you get to appreciate how a relationship is. It's kind of a living, breathing thing. And there's this quote by Eben Pagan, which is really wonderful. It says, "Think of attention, compliments, physical affection, and emotional attachment just like firewood. A little at a time is perfect, but if you put it on all at once, you're going to burn the house to the ground and destroy everything." And I really, really like this. And it's a nice, clear analogy of a lot of people just think they can just keep adding onto a fire and it makes it better, but that's not true. Sometimes you gotta just let it burn, enjoy it as for what it is, and sometimes walk away, which is the lesson of this video. This technique has been around for a while, and it's often used in a manipulative way, for sure. It has a lot of power in it. It's like a playing hard to get type of technique, but if you really use it appropriately, it's not just about women, it's about people, and it's about giving them this gift that, you can't really wrap it up. You can't tell them this is making you happier, but giving them a life that's more interesting and giving them an opportunity to all of a sudden become excited, have an opportunity and a space to miss you, welcome you back. It's about them and giving them emotions that otherwise people fail to deliver on purpose. But the thing is, most people are missing out on this deliberate gift of these emotions and these situations that deliver feelings that otherwise don't happen day to day. So it's about them, not you, not your manipulative ways or anything like that. It's all about them. So one of the greatest things about this is the outcome is that you actually become a more interesting person. You have movies you can talk about, books you've read, places you've seen, adventures you've gone on. All of these add up to being a more interesting person. And then you also become more independent. You become more confident in yourself doing things alone. I think what happens is once people start to see this, then they're more apt to come on your next idea because they see how often you do it and they're curious what you're up to. And now you're a leader as well. So just overall, you just become far more interesting. So it's rather obvious how this works is if you have it, you can't get it. If it's in your hand, you can't pick it up. If you own it, you can't buy it. And these acquiring processes are actually quite enjoyable for most people, and some people are actually kind of addicted to it. If you take that away and you're always having everything you need, life becomes very boring. And wouldn't you want to be the thing that they want? If they have you, they can't want you. They can't welcome you back because you're there. They can't get excited about your story that they were included in. That's really the biggest takeaway, and I hope that really sinks in. I can't think of a better way to explain that. And that's what your takeaway, if you can get that. So this last point, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, and I'm psyched that you guys disagree sometimes. But I'm definitely right here. And the way I see it is that when it comes to relationships with people, I think it's far more important and powerful to not share everything together and become one together. I think you should be two people, independent, coming together and sharing stories, talking about your day, doing anything that has some sort of interest that you can go, hey, I found this on my drive home. I just went for a weird drive, for example, and I saw this thing. Do you want to go check it out this weekend? And this independent living, coming together as one, is, I think, the way a relationship should be. People shouldn't be living like all the time together for the most interesting relationship that these people can have. So if you become more of an independent and whole person yourself, then you can come together and be more of a whole relationship altogether. So in summary, the way I see it is when you have a serious respect for the relationship with the people in your life, whether it's an intimate or family or friends, whatever, well, it's not what they've done for you. It's how you made them feel. Giving them these emotions deliberately, whenever you feel like you have the energy to do this and you get to appreciate and you give the gift of missing you, you also get to gift yourself with missing them. And this is a very, very strong technique to strengthen your relationships. So if you're unsure on how to start this and you want a practical thing, if somebody texts you, do something like laundry, or do something that takes a couple minutes so you're not texting back right away. And if somebody calls, skip the call and do something really quick. Maybe make some food or whatever. And when it comes to like a weekend planned or something, think of like going out for a guys' night out. These are simple, respectable practices that you can do that really do add up. I think you're gonna really see the power of this. So if you can think of anybody that would like this video and needs a little bit of a helping hand in their relationships of some sort, please share this and like it. And I know you guys have missed me, so you're welcome for this gift of coming back. And until next time, guys, cheers. I also missed you too. Peace.
It would be you. In my arms.